Hello guys, how are you doing? Let me set up things as more people get in here. Set up the world. Zesikai. Hello Mohit Malik, how are you doing? Hello, great. Hoping the same for you. I'm great as well. I'm great. Yeah, today we're going to be trying to make some concept art in Blender. I have one of my reference images that I'm looking at. This one is by Neil Hanson, and I have a link to his page on Concept Art World. So if you want to check out some of his work, you can go to this link here. Yes, he's an amazing artist. Looked at this, I was impressed, and I thought I could turn it into a 3D scene. So let's see how that goes. But before we do that, if you are looking for some procedural materials and you don't want to make them yourself because it can be quite time consuming, Sanctus Library is a library of procedural materials. You can see they have a range of materials from bricks, wood, any type of sterilized material. Look at this. This is the Jurassic Park, what is it called? Mosquito trapped in, I don't know, tar or something? Yeah, procedural materials. Amazing. Lava, concrete. Basically, any type of material you could think of is going to be in their library. Links are in the description. Keeping up with the theme of procedural stuff, this is Human Generator, a library of human characters. I promote this a lot because I love it. Hey, Unknown 3D, how are you? Yeah, this is basically library of 3D characters that you can customize, change their clothes, change their hair, facial expressions. Hey, Madam Perry, how are you? How are you doing? And thank you. Hope you are well. Yeah, I am. And finally, we have vegetation, which is a library of vegetation, obviously. And you can see how adding such vegetation makes your renders look super realistic. You would think that this is made by a camera. So yeah, with the promotions out of the way, let's try and do this. What if we are all just human generator characters? I guess we are sort of procedurally generated. That's why you see we all have some slight variations. I like Cartoon Classroom. I think I've had a few classrooms. Maybe if you want another one, maybe we could look into that another day. Okay, so let's do this. We can start with the easy stuff. Get some water. I've made some pretty water materials. Let me see, water. Actually, I could just have gotten the water we created yesterday. It was not bad, but anyway, let's create a new water material. Let me call it water. Yeah, I think we are all procedurally generated, so you are not off by a lot. That's why it doesn't matter. Even the twins come out a bit different because we are procedural. That's why we are. That's where the term being produced comes from. Because we are procedural. Which add-ons are you using for materials and models? Mostly, I'm just using my own add-ons. For the materials, I just usually make the materials myself and just use the asset library to collect them and make sure that they are in one place when I want to use them. But if you want to to use your own to just have a library. I think this is a good library. Has a ton of materials. You can check it out. I think a few of my procedure notes are wired wrong. All of us are like that, man. Not just you. Someone must have crossed some wires for all of us. Okay. I'm trying to make the water shader here. Let's do the same colors, a blue and a green. Yeah, like that. Let's bring in some caustics, which we downloaded yesterday. Let me see, sort by date. Let me download some caustics. Texture. Love previous one, i.e. Disney Fantasy Village. Thank you. I think I loved it too. Let's get some images here. White water, white. Also, let's get a white water texture. Hi, sir. Thank you for the efforts. Thank you, Sanju Blender as well. I want this foam texture, water foam texture, just for some detailing in this here. I think we have also used it before, which is great. That means it works very well. Okay, let me save this. Forgetting where I saved this. It's in October Projects 2. Okay, so I got that. Save this. Already saved. Want some white foam like this. You see how we are going to use this, and maybe this. All right. Okay. Keep things a bit simple. Connect this to the diffuse. We don't want a lot of reflections, so keep things a bit less. Let me import my texture here. Open downloads October. Yeah, here. Actually, let me just link this in my asset library so that my texture library, so that I can easily access stuff. Okay, that's not going to work. Let me see. Okay, I want this. Why can't I see? The textures I've just downloaded. I want this. And call this Casso. Okay, as the water, just bring it down a bit. And it has to be above on the surface. Let me see. Bring in another texture here. I want this to be on top, overlaid on top of this water. So we have some nice caustics, and we can also use this as bump detail. Something I didn't do yesterday, but I think it could be. Could add some bit of detail We don't want it to be too much. Now we also, I want to have some white water around the edges here, so I'm just going to, let's first create the island. Going ahead of myself. Let's create this portion of the river or the lake. I think I'm just going to sculpt this detail in, so sculpt mode and turn on Dino Topo. Thank you, Empty Creation. Thank you. Yeah, if you're wondering, you can use exclamation mark add-ons. Should take you to my add-ons. Okay. Get some sand texture. Okay. Okay, something like that. Let's get some rocks. A rock. If you have access to Quicksum Megascans, they have some amazing assets for stuff like this. See, with just a few clicks, we have something. Just add rocks everywhere. Okay. Just add a few of these. Hello, my hero. I'm from Niger. Hi. How is West Africa? And glad to see you. I think you should add this water to the asset library for future use. Yeah, definitely should. And actually, do I need to... let me first add a few details to it, then I will add it to the library for future use. Okay. What else? I can make the sand a bit more detailed. So I'm going to grab, let me see. So sand is usually wet at the point where it contacts the water. So I'm going to create a mask for that. Okay, so, and I think I need to create a copy of this sand. And just blend it. that it kind of has more detail to it. Okay, yeah, we want to make the sand a bit wet where it comes in contact with water. So I'm going to use an empty to control the level of the water or the level of wetness. Anyway, okay, so let's grab our texture coordinates like this. Select the empty, and let's look at the object coordinates of that. We just need to get a separate XY, and I just need the Z component, and I can move this down, and that will create a weight and a weight map. Did I miss something? Not much. We just almost at the beginning. Okay, so now I can just add a color ramp just to control that. And we can use a noise map, a noise texture. I think a map range. I think if you add a noise, you can easily create some variation. Maybe even add a math node just here with multiply. And remember, we still have this empty to control our wet mask. Yeah, something like that. So what will make this look wet, make the sand wet, is making the color a bit dark on the wet spots. So we can use a mix RGB and connect this to the factor, and just change this to value and just make this a bit darker. Actually, this has to be the up on color 2, and then this. Actually, let's make things simple. Just add a mix them, and connect this color to color 2, and just use color RGB curves. Just make this a bit slightly darker. Should be here. Yeah, slightly darker like that. And another thing you could do is to make this even look wetter, invert the color range. Invert the color range. Why? Oh, using the color ramp. We can also add another mix node here, but this time because we want to affect the roughness, because wet areas are usually more reflective. So let's make them more reflective. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, now we can go to the hilly areas, which we could just use again this here as a starting point. We can have some sand. Some sandy beach. Duplicate this. Let's see. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Let's make these rocks. Let's try using this asset. It's a nice rock from Mixamo. Just make it larger. Maybe scale it even up to make it more like a cliff. Duplicate that. Maybe before I do that, let me see. If I make it smoother using the smooth tool, how does that look? Just increase the iterations. And let me keep it simple. Maybe just use proportional editing to just morph it a bit. 123 likes. Thank you guys. Thank you for the likes. Hey, I want to make the island much bigger. And let's change this to connected only. And see, we need to change the rotation of the sun to maybe something like negative 70. I think that looks cool. Grab this rock. Okay. Let me go to the texture. Look for some grass material. Texture folders. Look for some grass material like this. I think this is good. I'm going to use the same technique of just using texture coordinates to create a mask. So separate object. I just want the Z component. Actually, this time we want to use the normal. Now we just want everything facing up. Just use a color ramp. Hey, it has Wolf. How are you? Sup? Yeah, we want to have grass on those top surfaces. So let me bring that in. Import texture. So this grass, and just going to use a diffuse. I use this mask. Seems the other way around, so let's change that. Perfect rock. Great, great. Also want this to be a bit darker, the rock to be a bit darker, so let me add maybe a color RGB curves here. Don't want to make it too dark. Yes. Something like that. Let me go to my asset library, see if I have some plants that I can use. Simple plants that I could use here. Let me see, grass. Plant or tree. Basically doing what we did yesterday, applying it here. I guess we can just use palm trees like yesterday. So let me get this palm tree and also just get this. So this can help us make a nice forest. Let me see if I can find another tree, type of tree that should make this fun. Actually, I think I can grab a few bushes from this. Just need a few of these leaves. Control L, invert. A few of these. Like that. So these three should be enough. We can now just go to geometry nodes to instance them onto this. How long do you think you will complete this? Around the same time that we complete the others, around 2 hours, which is usually the length of the stream. Let's get the normal. And then separate, we basically creating a mask for where we want these particles to be. So let's first instance distribute particles on faces. So you can see we want each particle there to become a plant, but we don't want the particles to be everywhere. We just want the plants to be on surfaces that are facing directly the sky, which we can get by creating a selection from the normal, and we can use the separate component to separate the X and Y components. So anything facing the Z direction should be in our selection, and we can just use a convert math node. Just search for that math node there with the, let's try power this time. Multiply. Let's try multiply. Oh, let me see. Let's just use a color ramp. Convert and a color ramp. Yeah, we can control the points where we want the vertices to appear. I can use the random feature or poison disk. A poison disk just sets a maximum distance between different particles. New mic. No, this is not a new mic. This is the same mic I've been using for the last, I think, 6 years or 7 years. A Blue Yeti. Is there anything different on it? About it? Thank you, Shiro, for subscribing. I appreciate that. Okay, so we want to increase the maximum distance or reduce the maximum distance. Basically, we want to have some separation between. We can increase the maximum distance and just reduce the minimum distance. Actually, we can export these two parameters so that we can access them through the modifier. And we still need our surface to appear. So let me come back here, join these two so that we have the surface and the points back. Then let me have these in a collection, call them plants or trees. Now, the great thing about this setup is that if we import this as a collection and I export this value here, so we can change what we instance here. We can instance this as rocks or as trees. So we can go and test out both of them and see. So after this, we need to convert the points back to instances. So instance on points, using instance on points like that. And I connect this directly to the instance, reset children, and pick instance like that. Now, I'm not sure. Let me make sure that the rotation is right. And now you can see we have plants everywhere. Like that. Of course, we want to. Anyway, don't know. Hey, thank you, Batu Han Osbey, for becoming a member. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Thank you. And I'm working on a few things to give out to my members. Maybe it's a few packages for my members as well. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Yeah. Maybe this project will be available to my members and the patrons. So we want to rotate these. Another thing I need to make sure is that this is not floating. So origin should be there. Okay. Yeah, the rotation is not clear. Let me see how these look. Okay, yeah, they really look good in the render. Yeah, the rotation is not random, so let's randomize it by just doing a random rotation, a random value for the rotation, and we want to change this to vector because we want to only create a random rotation on the Z axis. We don't want anything for the Y. So random rotate. And I guess I can expose that, but I need to separate or combine. Combine bin. Do you do abstract? Yes. Yes, I do abstract. I do abstract art sometimes. Okay, so this is random rotation. Good. We also need random scale, so let's do a random value. We want just random float connected to the scale. That should give us a random scale. This should be a float. You can also just reduce the minimum distance so we have more vegetation like that. Hey Kapil, how are you? How are you doing? Artwork looks superb. Thank you. Okay. Now, I think I need to make this a bit shorter. Duplicate this again. Up there. I think also another thing we could do is change the angle. Okay, like that. Duplicate this again, have it. Kabi, how is it going? How are you? Great. Nice. Okay, let's work on the cursor. If you look at this building, they look very simple. Another thing I could do that I was planning to show here. Let me first go to one of these islands. Let me make sure I'm saving a backup copy. So I want to go to one of these islands, switch out these trees for some rocks. So let me search for some rocks. So just use one. Let me use one like this. I'll just have that here. Yeah. Like that. Usually comes with a lot of polygons that are not necessary, so let me decimate that to something more usable. I will set this up as a collection, call this rock. Probably need more than one, but I'm just going to stick with one. And I switch out this tree collection to the rock collection. And now basically now we have a rock formation like this. Let me see how this looks. Interesting. Not bad. Actually, I can just have this. Because I kind of like it. Lucky, like it. Let me see. Yeah, you know what? I don't mind that. Maybe some sort of cave. In this version, can you tell me the name of the add-on? You got the materials ready. This is the asset library, and since you're a member, I'll figure out a way to send it to you. So the asset library, you should have access to it. It doesn't really contain the materials, but it just saves your materials so that you can use them later. Okay, for this version, I don't want to join this join. I just want the instances. Maybe another thing we could do is just change the aspect ratio a bit. So that's it's more of a square aspect ratio like in the image. And I'm also going to need some variations. Do you use Blender Kit? No, I rarely use that. No, I don't. Let me reduce the density, or then randomize the rotation. And for this one, I think we might also want to randomize the rotation X. He is his own Blender Kit. Yeah, I think that's kind of right. MT Creation spitting only facts here. Thank you. Let's randomize the scale. I named these wrong, so this is random scale, and I guess I should have a random rotation as well. So let's do random rotation for all of these. Okay, I think that's good. That's good. Okay, then I maybe scale these. What did I do? What? Okay, I removed some of the trees that was the rocks that were supposed to be here. I bring those closer. Yeah. Okay, let's create the dome as the first thing we do. Maybe add some more headroom. Create that dome there using a circle. We don't need that many vertices. We need like 16. Hey, Ende, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Hi, can you guide me on how to get freelance work for 3D animation, or how to start a YouTube channel for 3D work? For work, you can try sites like a Fiverr or Upwork. They usually, great for that. Let me change this, remove this out of the, okay, so, yep. I want to create a dome. Try using sites like Fiverr. They're great. Okay. Sometimes these collections don't update, so that's why you see I'm going back. For the YouTube channel, you just have to start and figure it out as you go. It's very hard for to just, I don't know how to explain it. You just have to figure it out, just start and hope and see where it goes. Okay, let's get some concrete material. Request for the future, do a seed mid, request for a seed mid scene. Do I know what seed mid I think you have requested this before, because I remember you asking something like this. This is complicated. This is one of the difficult art styles to make. Yeah, those colors are really hard to get. I would have to first do some experiments and see. There you go. You can do it, bro. I will try. Definitely challenge myself and see. Okay, I'm going to use, I need a wall texture for this. Let me clear search. Let me go to my details or walls. I might have a texture I could use. Yeah, let's go with this. And I'm just going to use cube project, or let me use cylinder projection. And I just want to line up my textures so that we have an edge there that is darker, and yeah, basically should give us some nice starting point. Let's go back here. Thank you, Laos TSZ, for subscribing. Appreciate that. Okay, don't need any bump detail. We want this to be the same blue color, so I'll do a color mix RGB. Just actually I can just have this multiplied using the multiply. Okay, so that's a good starting point for our dome. I'll call this concrete. And just going to extrude. Turn on auto smooth. This here can just use cube projection. Now it's going to use the same concrete, but without the color, or with the color but it's not blue. Yes, something like that. I think I can also just scale it a bit like that. See how this could look in our render. Maybe let's make it a bit orange, like that. Maybe more reddish. add some details. I don't understand English that all, but I try to learn something by watching you. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I think English is an easy language to learn, especially if you have someone to practice with. Or so streams are a great way to practice, especially because we have a vibrant Blender community that is quite chatty. It's great for practicing. Okay, around this, just trying to add some decorative detail to this. Let me go to the center and use the spin tool. Add it a bit wider dome, maybe. I should make the dome wider. Okay. And first add in some extra detail and grab this. Okay, I think I spaced these details a bit wrongly. Extrude this in. Thank you, Juan Rivaro. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. Okay, I think I need to separate this dome. Thank you, El Sibo, for subscribing. Thank you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Okay, I need to grab this, separate it, just to make my life much easier. Let's see. I use cube projection, and I think I need to go to the inside of this. Just thank you, Gupta, for subscribing. Gupta fella, subscribing. Appreciate that. Okay, something is wrong about this. I'm not sure what's going on. I think I might have pushed these faces way too far. Okay, good. Maybe this, let me try a brick material. Maybe this. Yeah, maybe something like that. A bit lighter, so color mix RGB. Okay. I'm great T3D. Great, I'm great. I send those suggestions with examples on my Discord if you want to check. Yeah, remind me when we're about to end the stream. I should check those. The recommendations you sent on Discord. Let's go to building parts. I have some building stuff, building parts that I could use, because trying to create everything here from scratch is going to take too much time. So just start piecing different things together. These are all pieces I created from different videos that you can even watch. I think I can grab another dome like this and just maybe grab another piece. Okay. Thank you, Nikhil Kana for subscribing. Thank you. They're no longer single honeymoon. Yeah, I think this is a summer vacation or the no longer single from the singles pub we had last time. So after you get your single from your neighborhood, you can come here for your honeymoon. It's a nice place. Let's add some extra detail to this. I think I can just have this as a collection, or maybe not, I don't know. Just grab this. You have this nice road. See what having a library of assets looks like. You don't have to model everything. You can just, what have I done? Control L. You can just reuse your library. Looks amazing. And an hour. Thank you, thank you. This is the power of having an asset library. I want to get this white color, so let me see if I can achieve that. I think I need to go back to the 1080 aspect ratio, just move the camera a bit back and add some headroom. And continue looking for more assets. See, can also grab this, shift the, tweak it a bit. I'm going to remove this roof and this detail. Bring in this detail here. Okay. Extend this. Just I need to extend this, then grab this detail, extend that, okay. Have a new detail. Need a cat, a starfish chilling on the sand. Will it be visible? I think the camera is too far for us to see. Is it? But we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Okay, have more buildings here. Think we might need more forests up here. Maybe these ones can be a bit taller. How to continuously change my composition. Make sure that I get something interesting. You grab some of these rocks. This time, let's make really bigger ones, but fewer. How do you texture the mountains? Do you use UVs? No, we it's the first thing we started with, but I'm just using the texture coordinates and then separating the normal coordinates so that any faces pointing up get the grass texture. It's basically this setup here that drives that. When you have some time, you can watch the beginning part of the tutorials where I explain that better. And thank you guys for the 61 likes. Maybe we can get that to 69. Is that a valid meme that still exists, or is that something that has already gotten older? Because people never let memes die. What's going on here? What is going on here? 69 is a solid goal. Yeah. Let me see what type of asset I want to use here. Have this door detail. I think I could put that in there. Interesting. Yes, 69. Thank you, thank you. The add-on support that old prop or you made and sort. Yeah, so it just the add-on doesn't come with the assets, but you can add your own assets, and I should help you with managing them. Let's play with the sun direction and see. And we reduce the density of these so that we don't have too many trees. Just a few. Thank you, Rijal, for subscribing. Thank you, thank you. I feel I will fill it to 70 now. Thank you, thank you. It's already now at 71. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Classic question, but what's the asset library? The asset library is just my own add-on that lets me manage assets. I think we can go to yesterday's project and borrow some assets that we had there, like the bot we created there. So should be, where is that? Recent, yeah, Cartoon Harbor. Yeah, this, yeah, we can have this board, which I'm just going to add to the library. Okay, the library is going to, and let me just copy it and paste it in here. yeah, this is how I usually grow my library. Just creating stuff and reusing them. So we have a boat. Night boat, behave. There's no reason for being rude. Night boat can be harsh, but yeah, we now have a boat there. I don't want this light to be harsh. Yeah, that's Nightbot. He can be quite strict. Okay, I want to have some shadows, so I'm just going to scale up this boat, and hopefully it can cast a great shadow. Thank you, Romix, for subscribing. It doesn't have to be this big. Okay. I think Blender doesn't want us to have too many projects open, so let's go back to this. Okay. Think we need more rocks around here. Let's go back to our original composition. Just having things here. Asset Library 3. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, seems the project is getting heavy, and one solution for that is optimizing the textures. So let me do that quickly with my quick functions add-on. So we have 30 4K textures, so I'm going to bring that down so that the project is more lighter. Takes a bit of time. Yeah, if you want to get the asset library, let me see, asset library. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, I think now it should be better. I'm going to try and go back to this design because I think we diverted a bit, changed things up, got carried away. let's see. Let's get most of this detail on this side. Get back to our dome design. So I think me use mirror. Maybe again make these slightly different. Bring these rocks again. Kingdom's looking great. Grand. Thank you, thank you. I think we can add some spiral textures, spiral ladders. Spiral. Hey, let's make some spiral steps. I think, let's see. We just need, let me see. How, do I remember how to make spiral steps? Rockstar Syndrome, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. And Rumix, I think I might have missed your subscription, but thank you. Need a spiral step. We can use this, use a screw modifier, and we should oh, that's not how you make a spiral step. You have to use an array. Kind of forgetting that if you have a step like this, let me give it a concrete material. Concrete. And an array. And object offset. Sure that have the rotation applied. So I can rotate this. I can rotate this and move it up. That should give me a nice spiral step. Just like that, exactly what I want. And I want this to go around this. Think. Very clear technique. Thank you, thank you. Can be tricky to get it to work as you want. I think we're getting there. Just well, thank you, people glad. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, have that. Now we can even add more detail to this. Add some walls. I don't know if it's easier to read there. I can't see the circular stair on the reference. We're not really copying the reference one-to-one. We're just using it as a guideline. So we're trying to make our own artwork, but by using the reference as a starting point. Hey, Natch Rebel, I thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. And see, most of the stuff we're doing here are not really in the reference. One thing I'm going to try is making the inside of this a bit darker so that they can easily show that they are windows. Same here. About your stuff, the asset library just now, but I think that tutorial is old. No problem. Thank you for the support. Thank you. Yeah, if you have any issues, just you can shoot me an email or a message. I'll try and yeah, it might be an old tutorial. I haven't done a lot of updating. Does need an update, but again, thank you for the support. I think we have too much sun, or there isn't enough contrast. I say I will try study with the Odomo video and leave the question next time when I don't understand. Though the demo might be like an old demo, it should at least give you the basics of how the add-on works. And there isn't much of the. It's not that complicated to use. I think it should be very straightforward. There is an get assets and add assets. So if I wanted to add this to the library, you will just go to the add asset, name it, or just leave it as we want. Hit render, it gets rendered. Let me first remove the. If you see it's dark, you might want to check your color management, because I'm seeing mine is like that, and then you hit save. It will save to the library. But you might have to first create a library if you're just getting the add-on. It's as simple as that. Get more of these DOMs. Thank you, Henry, for subscribing. Appreciate that. Trying to find better angles to work with. Let's scale up some of these rocks, see if we can get some interesting details. Thank you, Edward Geru, for subscribing. I appreciate that. Yes, add some interesting stuff, maybe interesting lighting. Yes, anything to make this. One other thing I could do is this water should be reflecting on these rocks, but it's not. So what I'm going to do is just grab an area light and just fake those reflections directly. So see how that will affect the scene. Yeah, you can see just adding some slight stuff like that. Stuff like that can help the scene out a bit. Yes. Maybe add some smoke or fog coming out the tunnel. Ah, smoke. Have no smoke asset. Remember using some assets. Fog coming out of this. Let's try using a cube. Principal volume. This could make it maybe more interesting. Yeah, you know what? I think if I make these walls really white like that, barely, almost have no textures, I think might help out with the look. Maybe. Maybe a larger dome. I think it's starting to look interesting. I can even just have a plain like this, give it the same modifiers, Control L, modifiers. Basically have some palm trees as well on there. Now there. I think this light here should be a bit settled. Shouldn't be as much as we have it. Now we can also have that isn't light direction wrong? I think light is from the left. It might from left to in my side. Yeah, the light is sometimes you just have to have some artistic freedom, because I think I'm just trying to make the scene more interesting, because it looks a bit too plain if I just leave it like that. And you will see actually a lot of artists do stuff like this. Let's see. Let me see if I change the direction. -70. No, I don't mind that as well, and that gives us even. If you intended, then no problem. So the question becomes: does it look good or does it not? So I don't know if it looked maybe good, but I don't know. You can let me know if it doesn't fit the scene or not, and see. Maybe one other thing I could do is just move these rocks slightly to the left, scale them down. Yeah. Let's put these flags, because I want it to seem like this is an entrance. This is the entrance. I think this is nice day scene, and others was good evening scene. Oh, okay. With the different lighting, you mean? Yeah, I guess that's another way to look at it. Yeah. Agree, if some bikini girl is there, would be even better. Do I have any? No, I don't think I do. I don't think I have any bikini girls, but I don't think they would fit the scene, because this is more like medieval scene, so. Let's see if I add more. I'm just testing out different lighting. Hey man, I'm a student in game design and I just started learning Blender as I was on 3ds Max. So your lives really help me. Thank you. Welcome to Blender. Welcome to Blender. So that's really great. What game engine are you trying to use? Unreal, Unity? What exactly are you going to be using? It's a joke. Yeah, I think I called that, but I always try out any ideas you throw at me. I usually want to test them out because they usually end up making the scene look better. So I welcome them. One trick I'm seeing that seems to work is these interiors need a dark material, otherwise they don't really show very well. Yeah, we use both Unreal and Unity, but this is my last year, and as a game design student, we have 8 months to produce a whole game, and I'm on Unreal Engine 5. Oh, nice. Only 8 months. I think 8 months if you budget your time correctly and choose something that is not too difficult. Maybe, yeah, 8 months might not be too bad. You might pull it off if you don't pick a too complicated subject. Or yeah. Now, one other thing I could do here is add some white water. So let's create the white water, and I think we already have the texture for that. I'm going to use this. So let me create a new material here, and just drag in this. We basically need a diffuse and transparency. So this can be here, this can be here, and we have some water. I need this to be switched around. We have white water. And I think I can use a texture, gradient texture. Gradient texture. And I need to use the spherical and change this to object mapping so that we create a mask from the center, something like that. And this can be used because if I just leave things like that, we're going to have a lot of sharp edges in the water. And I maybe even add a color ramp here to control how much we have. And just blend this. Hey, thank you, Lil Jana Jankova, for subscribing. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Let's add a multiply. Yeah, so that we don't have any sharp edges like that. Now what I'm going to do with this is just make sure that in the render setting for this object, we don't have cast any shadows, because we don't want the white water to cast shadows. Basically, I'm just going to add this to the shore, to the surface of the water, just slightly floating above. Maybe. Okay. Just on edges like that, we can have some white water. So it's an easy way to fake those details. Let's see. Yeah. I think instead of using the diffuse, I can switch it for the emission, which usually also works. Maybe not. Then it's used a lot in France. It's getting more and more used here, but most of the studios give their employees the choice to use whatever they like. Ah, nice. One other thing we could do is give these rocks some grass, but I'm wondering if that's necessary. Yes, let me duplicate this boat so that we have another boat maybe around there. Yeah. The other thing I was saying, we could grab one of these rocks, which I can't find. I think I have it in the rock correction. This here. Yeah. Let me see. Can I? Can I get texture? Can I get the texture coordinates? Object. Let me first pause the render here. Let me get the coordinates. Texture coordinates. Again, do the separate thing. Now, I think the issue I'm going to run into is that most of my rocks are rotated, so they're not going to have the same rotation. Let's see. No more? I guess what I can do is let me first what I could do is go to geometry nodes of this and set up, export the normal data. So normal, I need to realize realize instances here, which could crash Blender because we have a lot of particles, and it also messes up the UV map, so that's not going to work. Anyway, love the render also, top channel. Thank you. Quickly, do you have a Discord by any chance? Yes, I do. You can use exclamation mark on Discord. Since I'm still in school, at school I don't have the professional things to talk with other people. Okay, let's play with the lighting a bit. Again, let me add some shadows using this board here. You know what? I think I like having a bigger board. Just there, around there. Kind of obstructing some of the smaller boards, but that's okay. Let me get another bigger board. Let's try rotating the sun. Yeah, that's kind of nighttime. 15, 30, 60, 90. 90 never looks good. Let's go back to -70. Thank you, Nigia, for subscribing. Sorry if butchering your name, but thank you. That doesn't look too bad as well. 50, 25 or 15. Let's add some, use high contrast, and not too high, but something medium contrast. Maybe use a little bit more green. Bit more green there. Add a little bit more green there, maybe more there. Thank you, Henry. Thank you. And a bit more. Okay. We can pull back the camera a bit so we can see more of the scene. Thank you, Henry. Thank you for the 2.5 euros. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Any support is appreciated. From views, other likes, and the Benjamins, or in this case, who's on the Queens, the Elizabeths? Let me see, who is that on the Euro? Who's on the Euro? Huh, no one. Elizabeth is on the pound. But thank you. Okay, I need to extend this sand beach. So let's grab all these detail, because I remember it looked quite nice. Our beach. So let me just bring it closer to the camera. Hey, thank you again for another 2.5. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay. Break this up. Thank you. Hey, Sam FX, glad to see you again. How are you doing? Hey, why are you mad at Henry, man? Okay, let's see. Thank you, Gabriel C. So, for subscribing. Appreciate that. Let's see. And thank you guys for the 115 likes. Really, really appreciate it. And yeah, all the support you guys have been giving me, showing up in the chat, especially Kapil, Sam FX. I think I've seen you a lot here, and I really can't pronounce your name, but let me just paste it in the chat. Yo. Hey, thank you. Can you let me know how you pronounce your name? Thank you for the I don't know, $10 or $6. I don't know. Thank you. Really appreciate that. And let me see, who is on the Korean? Is it called the Korean dollar? What? Korean currency won? I wouldn't tell. I have no idea what this is. Paku? Oh, it's called, your name is Pakuki? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. But thank you guys. Thank you. And who is this guy? Who is this guy on the... So that I can appreciate... It's not small money. Anything is appreciated. That's... the euro came from German. I see. Oh, the euro came from. So what's the German currency? Let me see. They use euro, obviously. But thank you guys. Appreciate that. Okay, I think I need to add an extra window on this building here, because it looks a bit plain. The blue one is King who invented the Korean language. What? He invented the Korean language? That's impressive if it's true. Can someone really invent a language? That's amazing if he did. I doubt though, because a language is something super complicated for someone to just invent it. Like, did he come up with phrases? I don't understand it. Wow, that's amazing. Coming up with your own language. Impressive stuff. I just can't say some words from animes. You can from Korean animes? That's what you mean? Like what words? You're from India? Yeah, nice. 10K guy pick is Sejong King. So thank you for the Sejong Kings. You didn't appreciate that. Pakuki, I think Ann Cookie is asking if you have Discord by any chance. You may have missed that. Okay, trying to see what else I could add in here. Trying to see. Yeah, I'm also in Discord to check out any stuff you guys are. $10K is 70 euros. Empty a Pandora forest from Avatar, or a sunken city might be cool. We can try a sunken city. I'm not sure if empty creation is here, but we can try a sunken city, but a forest would be. This one doesn't have too many trees, but it has a lot of lights. That can be computer intensive. You see, one thing I try to do is pick projects that my PC can handle, and this one looks a bit too heavy. With the lighting and the trees, it can get really, really heavy. Maybe the lighting not so much, but there are not too many trees. But creating trees can take a lot of time. Maybe I can use some of my assets. Yeah, in case it's not here, let me just. We could try the underwater, but the forest could make my PC go boom. I see what you guys have been up to. Just wave, smile, and wave. If you have any suggestions on how to improve this piece, you can let me know, and I'll see what I could do. Okay. This looks amazing. Wow. Especially the God rays. This must have two. Let me see. Did he do this? Lamborghini driving. This is amazing. This looks quite difficult to render. It's just a lot of trees. Must have taken quite some time to render. Now, we'll probably need a few boats, a few smaller boats. Some sailing boats. Just to populate this area. Get some rocks, more rocks. Is your Discord on your profile? Oh, I think, are you asking Cookie? Is that you? Oh, is that you on your Discord profile? I guess you're asking him. Let's see. I have this path. Basically, yeah. Could add a few more details to this. Let me open up the previous project. Yes, that's me. That is me. Let's go in yesterday's video and pick up a few things. Okay, I'm going to grab this platform here. Actually, you know what? Let me even grab this character. Basically, this entire setup, copy, just paste it in here as it is. Just think adding some humans in the scene will help with the scale, will help emphasize the scale of the scene. But from this distance, they are barely visible, so let me bring them closer. Yeah, something like that. Come back to this whole project. Let's see what else I could pick from this. I have a road generator I created a few days ago. Let me see if I can path. Yeah, this path generator. So let me just copy that, because this area here looks a bit empty. Let me paste it here. And the way it works is you can use a curve object to draw a path of rocks. I like that. Just edit it a bit. Yeah, so and just give this, yeah, something like that. And I can even, if you know, I haven't seen NVIDIA GTX 1060 is, oh, you didn't think NVIDIA 1060 is so fast like this? It's not exactly fast. I'm just getting better, or I'm just good at optimizing my scene. So I know what makes a scene very slow, and I try to make sure that I don't make it that slow. The scene is scary. Is Clay good? Thank you. Yeah, Kapil, do you have any tips on exercising? Because I want to get into exercising, because I feel I'm getting a bit lazy, and sometimes I wake up and I don't want to do anything because I don't know, because I sit on my computer too much, and I think it might be a reason. It might be a result of not exercising. So I'm trying to get into exercising a bit, and maybe you have some tips. Do I have floating? Exercise is great motivation, bro. I used to be quite fat and started jogging with jogging on my treadmill. I think I should get a treadmill. Maybe that would help. Yeah, I think I should get a treadmill. Don't seem to be very expensive here. How long are you doing Blender now? How long have I been using Blender? I've been using Blender since 2.47, so about 10 years. 10 years, I think, but not consistently. Okay, I need to grab this rock here and just to emphasize my path. Shift D. Yeah, it's been a long time. I have been doing this for a while. Most YouTubers you're seeing because I remember I started watching Blender Guru when he was at around 5K subscribers. Some cool green screen videos in After Effects. Yeah, I edit videos on After Effects. Nice. You should check out Andrew Kramer. He has some amazing After Effects videos. But the problem is his After Effects videos are from the older versions. He hasn't made any new tutorials, but you can still learn quite a few things from his. I think these here should be a bit taller. Thank you, Alexandro Emanuele, for for subscribing. Appreciate that. I tried Blender and it was very hard to do some things. Like what? Also like After Effects. Yeah, I used to use After Effects, but it's been a while. Nowadays I spend like almost a year without touching it. So, but yeah. Let's see, what else can we bring in to this scene? Try to create a house. Thank you, Hacks TV, for subscribing. Appreciate that. A house, I think a house is one of the easier things to do in Blender. Maybe if you're a beginner, it might not be, but yeah, it's basic extruding and stuff. It's odd. I don't understand the system. So if you have some After Effects experience, thank you Gosha05 for subscribing. Appreciate that. If you have some After Effects experience, just imagine adding a third dimension to the dimensions you are used to, and maybe you can start getting the idea of how it works. Tomorrow I must write English exams. You have exams tomorrow? Good luck, man. Good luck. Did you mention which country you're from, Henry? I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting. German? Did you say German? Forgetting. Sorry, but how can I send you a render or something of mine? You can try posting it in Discord. Yeah, German. Yeah, I remember. I remember now. German. Yeah. So you take German lessons. Sorry, English lessons. I take it. That's why you'd have English. So German doesn't speak a lot of English there. You don't speak a lot of English there. Gives Santorini vibes. Let me see. Santorini. Yeah, it does. Especially these. And you know what? Let me make those as blue as we have them here. So in Santorini. Let's make them quite saturated as well. The water if I didn't lose away in Satura stay apart in the channel, I could enjoy following course. I think the circular part is, I think it's not that hard. Let me see if I can show that to you again. For some reason my render is freezing. German was my second language. Blender. German was my second language in high school time, but just remember it's been maybe Nightbot is back with his God. I'm opening up Age of Empires now. No, I don't want to open up Age of Empires. I wanted to open Blender. Let's go back to our project. No, but I can speak English because of my dad. I see. City Skyline stream. I don't have City Skylines, but I do have Age of Empires, which is completely different. It's one of the games I play a lot. It helps me wind down a bit. It's been a while since I last played City Skylines. So, top channel, you're gonna make that Pandora Forest next time. I will first examine it and see if my PC can handle it, because I'm not sure if it can. I think people would enjoy Age of Empires. You think so? Maybe you could try it one time and see. So getting what I was even trying to add here. You just remember that. Yeah, I only speak 3 languages, 2 of which are local languages here, and then English. I'm kind of late to the stream. What are you using as HDRI source? Blender Sky Texture. So yeah, I'm using the Blender Sky Texture. You are right. Satisfaction. And welcome to the stream. Yeah, you're a bit late, but yeah, that's okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we are going to end the stream here. Because every time I try to add anything new to the render, then I just does that, closes this off. But we managed to do something, and that's great, I think. So we can I'll test out these this Pandora effect and see. This looks a bit heavy. This is really heavy. It's just too much stuff. Vegetation is one of the heaviest thing you can add in a 3D scene. So you have to be very careful how many trees you add in a scene, because your PC would catch flames if you're not careful. Yeah, this one, it looks heavy. And for these lights to show up correctly, it seems like we would need to use some volumetrics, but a mix of volumetrics and trees is a bad combination for a shitty PC like mine. What components do you have in your PC? So let me show you here. It's this here. This is the GPU i7 3 gigahertz. Oh no, i5. My laptop is the i7, and then 8 GB of RAM. You can see it's not a fancy big rig. 1060. Make this forest. I think you're plotting to finish my PC off. Sam, this scene is just too heavy, because you can see we are struggling with a few vegetations and a few textures and scenes. Looks like more than over 10 lights needed first. Yeah, there are a lot of emissive lights, but lights by themselves will not make this scene look good. You need some volumetrics, and mixing volumetrics and vegetation is a recipe for crashes, at least for a PC with my specs. So I wouldn't, but we'll attempt it and see. We'll try it and see. If it crashes, maybe we can even do it tomorrow. See if it crashes, we try something else. But yeah, maybe we can also try this. We can figure out a way to fake the vegetation. We can use an emissive volumetric volume setting, because the emissive setting doesn't only use emissive. Yeah, if I use emissive, it could work here, but for a scene, why can't I close this? Why can't for a scene like this, just using the emissive, yeah, emission would not be enough for this. Hey Bobby, Alex. Yeah, you kinda did. We created this. It was just using this as a reference. We created this. Yeah, let me look through more suggestions you have here. But we can try the avatar thing tomorrow and see. Let me see what other suggestions have I missed. Look at this, amazing. A lot of vegetation. Nice. I better watch this video again. Nice. You can use these geometry nodes on high poly trees to help with viewport performance. Or high poly. There was a tutorial about it. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Geometry convex hull is viewport. Yeah, this is a node I've never seen before. I see. Okay, so in the viewport, it would just switch to a convex hull. So basically a proxy of the geometry. Nice. Thank you. And this was actually a comment from yesterday, which I didn't see, but Kai Kos, thank you. I just seen this. Thanks for the tip. Actually, didn't know the is viewport node existed. Epic. Amazing renders. Okay, so I'm going to give this a render. Let me see. Did I show you guys what we did last time? Did I even render it out? Probably did. Let me see. Let me see if I can find out what we did yesterday. Show you how the render came out. Solar panel to harbor. Yeah, so this is what we rendered yesterday. The water might need a little bit of work, but overall I think I'm okay with the scene. I like this guy here and the details around here. Here's another angle, which I think I'm going to sleep. It's midnight in India. Yeah, it's also approaching midnight here, so I'm also going to do that. Okay, I guess we can call this the end. I messed up my render. I spent 6 hours rendering, and now my image sequence looks weird. I don't know why. Blender crashed. I resumed the render, but it looks like back and forth. Should I start over? Oh, so you must have skipped up. Did you skip up a few frames? You can look into your export folder and see if the image sequence is missing some images and see. Good night. Good night to you too. Anyway, why don't you use key button? Sure, not easy to follow. Yeah, I forget. I just forget, but I have the add-on for that. Sometimes I forget, but I do have an add-on for that here. All the images are there. So what exactly are you seeing? And how weird, how weird are we talking about here? You know what? I think we can also render this angle out. I think I like this from all angles almost. Yes, some do need a little bit of work. There is not missing image. I follow to 150. Like the camera is going forward and then backwards up 2-3 frames. Where is my camera animation is only forward and rotating. Huh. Interesting. That's not something I've ever experienced. Could be a bug or maybe a rogue keyframe in your animation or something. I think we can render out quite a few angles from this, even including this. Yeah, you must have missed a key. You may have missed a keyframe. You might want to check and see. Okay, thank you guys. I'm going to leave and maybe have some. I want to have some dinner and then I don't know, maybe watch a movie before I can go to sleep. Thank you. See you tomorrow, same time. Appreciate everything.